Welcome Capricorns, this is your May 18th to May 24th reading, and for you what's going to impact you the most is going to be Venus trine Mars on May 22nd. This is going to impact your career and finances, so this will boost your ambition and charm, and it's going to make it an ideal time to pursue career advancements and financial opportunities. So we have the Ace of Cups, wonderful, that perfectly aligns with new opportunities coming through. And for you, you're going to be wanting to take those where you feel intuitively guided and you feel from utilizing your intuition that these are great opportunities and great paths that you should go down and things that you should explore. So this is definitely about utilizing your intuition to figure out what is best for you. We also have the Two of Pentacles here, so you may be deciding between options, and there may be several options, like more than you're really prepared to evaluate at this time. So this could be like a couple different areas, avenues that you could go down, and you might feel overwhelmed at times when you start to think about it. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is also you putting in some effort, some inspired action, and then like, okay, where's the results? Why is this not happening fast enough? But there is going to be success for you. It is going to take a little bit of time here. It's not something that is going to happen immediately or overnight. Okay, so we also have, we have some transformation happening here. So you may continue like to adjust things and to get things in order in a way that works best for you. So there may be some strategy changes here. There may be some adjustments to your financial portfolio, and just some changes that you want to make, as well as not just with your finances but with your career path as well. So you could be deciding like, okay, this isn't the job for me, or this isn't the career for me at this point in time, and you may decide that you want to incorporate some other like side hustles that you want to explore. So you may want to try to make those more of a priority. Okay, so it really is depending on you and your options and what you feel like works for you and what you want to do. So we have the Nine of Wands here as well. So some of these options may make you feel bored and may not like spark that passion and that creativity within you. And if that is the case, that's definitely something that you'll want to consider leaving behind, because it's not providing any value to you any longer. Okay, so really pay attention to that. We also have the King of Swords here. So you utilizing your intuition and a logical approach is going to be helpful to you. Also taking things in confidence here, like just being confident in your decisions. That's the better way to say it. So that's what you're being guided to do. So as you're going through here, you're taking calculated risks, and you're being confident in those risks as well. So that's why I'm really talking about like focusing on things that you feel passionate about and what's going to work for you and what makes you feel good and what makes you feel excited. So we also have this Queen of Cups here. So I would say here we have the King and the Queen here. So you're being very analytical and logical, calling in a lot of those Capricorn traits, but then you're also here being guided to incorporate some divine feminine qualities in, like your intuition, like compassion, like understanding. Okay, so is there any way that what you're deciding between here is going to benefit people in some way, and considering that and making that a priority, just as some other things may be a priority to you as well. So again, just calling in those divine feminine aspects while you're being logical and analytical and thinking things through carefully. Okay, so let's get a couple oracles here. So we have, you are unique and you are brave and you are courageous and you got this, and you're going to do excuse me, what is best for you. So no worries about the decisions here. So you may be like over analyzing things and just really, really worried the path that you're going to choose, but you cannot make the wrong choice. And by that, I do not mean that like, oh, if you pick A, that's going to be perfect for you. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that whatever path you choose and pick, you can rest assured that you're always going to get exactly what your soul needs for growth, for expansion, for experience, for creativity, for fun, for joy. And that's why it's so important to really extract out the meaning in these paths, in these situations, so that if it is something that you don't like and you don't want to happen, you quickly get the lesson in that. You can ask like, what am I supposed to learn from this? Because I'm not liking this. I'm not down with this. And you can take that knowledge and wisdom and go in a different path. So we have you, okay, you getting in touch with nature is also going to be helpful to you. So if you can get back into that, I don't know why I'm saying get back into it. Maybe some of you have kind of let that go to the side and it hasn't been as much of a priority for you. But yeah, definitely connecting with nature as an earth sign is going to help you to relax, replenish your mind. You may want to make sure that you ground yourself, do some grounding exercises, get in some other self-care practices, but just get out in nature. So now we're going to move to some challenges here. So we have, I'm going to actually put this over top of this. So we have the 8 of Swords here, and we have the Hanged Man as well. Okay, so you just taking the moment that you need to contemplate things may come up as a challenge for you. You may feel like you need to rush and make some decisions, or you just may feel like, I don't really feel like dealing with it. This is a lot. It's too much to decide between. So yeah, those types of things may surface. Also with this 8 of Swords, you may feel in some way that you will lose power if you go in a particular direction in some way. And that could mean a lot of different things, but you may feel like there's going to be lack going down a particular path or choice. What else here? So we have the Page of Pentacles. All right, so you being enthusiastic about these choices, these options that you have, and you really desiring and wanting to put in the work toward them may come up as a challenge for you this week. What else? So we have the 3 of Wands here. So you also remembering who you are and why you came here, and trusting in these experiences that are happening here, and these scenarios and situations that you're being met with. So this is about you really recognizing and seeing them for what they are. They're experiences that you designed to teach yourself lessons, to show you who you are and the energy that you're reflecting out into the world, so that you can make adjustments. And there's also things that you came here to do as part of the original plan, your blueprint, that you're being guided to remember and to come into alignment with those things. So you're living your true purpose. Okay. So we got a little bit of thunder. I don't know if you can hear that. So what else? We have the Knight of Pentacles here. So you may also feel like a little overwhelmed with, like we talked about, some of these options that you may have here. You may feel a little overwhelmed. So if it is you wanting to be an entrepreneur, you may be thinking like, okay, I need the money, I need to market, I need a website, I need like all of these things. Or if you want to expand in your business, you may be just overwhelmed by all of the things that come up initially just at the top of your head that you need to do. What else with this Knight of Pentacles? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I wanted to say with this is that as it relates to your career, you may also have a little trepidation, a little fear about if this is like a new title, a new position, a new project, a new role. you may also have a little bit of fear and be a little unsure about whether you can really fulfill the duties of that role. Okay. Okay, so we also have the Seven of Cups here. Okay. So you may be like just thinking in terms of, there's a lot of options here, right? So some of it could be a little unrealistic. Some of them can be options that just don't have, they're not for your highest good. They don't have your best interest in mind. And even though we know that you absolutely cannot make the wrong choice or decision, you can pick a path that's going to create a lot of lessons for you. That's going to create a lot of contrast for you and challenges. And that's not wrong. You're not making the wrong choice or decision. You're just taking a path that you know is going to create some contrast. So it's really totally up to you what you decide. And as you're looking at these options, just know and be honest about it and truthful with it, and understanding that, okay, like some of these just are going to be more trouble than what it's worth, and it's really not going to benefit me, or it's going to take a significantly long time or period for it to benefit me. So again, you got to weigh your risks and options and potential return on your investment as well. Okay, so we have the Return and Engulfed in Love. So there's definitely opportunity here. I would say there's also some soul family here that may be of support to you, is what I'm getting here. So if there are individuals that you know that have been successful, or they have knowledge and wisdom, more experienced, a coach, a mentor, just anyone that can give you some solid advice and that is open to listening to you and helping you in any ways that you may need that, you're being guided to open yourself up to them. And this would be only soul family, okay? And only those individuals that you absolutely trust. So I'm not saying like go be telling all your business to everybody, okay? So definitely just keep it to those that you trust, okay? So let's look at some subconscious fears here. Okay. All right, so we have the High Priestess here. All right, so I feel like there is a little bit of a fear of like you stepping into your power and like worried about like, am I going down the right path? Are these the right options for me? Am I doing the thing that's going to create that financial prosperity and abundance and that emotional fulfillment and that happiness that I'm desiring and working toward for myself and for my family? So you may have a little bit of a fear of like, yeah, am I really truly like being all that I can be and accomplishing all of the things and progressing along my true path and my true purpose? So that fear may come up for you. All right, so we also have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you may also have a little bit of a fear here that you may not be able to support others in the way that you want to. And you may also have, how do I want to say this? You may have like, I'll just say it this way. You may have like an unrealistic idea of what your expectations are with supporting others. So you may feel like you need to be giving, $1,000 a week to charity, and like, what are people going to say if I'm not giving my charitable contribution? I really need to be able to do that, so that people, don't talk about me or they don't judge me. And that's just a crazy example, but I'm just saying that to show you what I'm talking about here. So that fear may come up a little bit, like, well, if I stop, what are people going to say about me? And if you stop, that is what is meant for you to do at the time, because that's what you need to help yourself get back on track, to help yourself really assess where you're at and decide where you want to be, and then what is going to fit with where you're going. Okay, so it's not just really focus on you and what you're doing, because what other people think, what they feel, what they're saying is none of your concern. Okay? So what else do we have here? We have the Three of Cups here. Okay, so you may be wondering, like, if you're either going to still be able to celebrate with friends and family, or if, like, this to me is more about, like, you just being worried or having these fears about, like, if you're going to be able to keep up the status quo and keep your financial wealth at the level it is and raise it, right? So I feel like there's this little fear that it may go under what your expectations are, or under what you're comfortable with, basically. Okay. We also have the Knight of Wands here. Okay. So you may also need to call on your self-confidence and your trust within yourself as well. And also just really try not to overanalyze things. And that's easier said than done, because I'm an earth sign as well. And that's just what we do, right? We got to kind of look at it from all angles and reassess it. We got to figure it out, and then even, like, take a step away and come back to it and make sure, like, what we figured out is right. So I get it. I understand that. But just really do your best to recognize when you are overanalyzing, so that you can make changes in the moment. You can adjust that in the moment. Okay, so let's move on to potential outcomes. All right, so we have the Chariot here, so that is wonderful. So you allowing yourself to be divinely guided and trusting in your choices that you're making, and trusting in the universe, and trusting in Source. Okay, this is you trusting you will have everything that you need exactly when you need it, and that you are not making the wrong decision, whichever path that you choose. We also have the Nine of Swords here. Okay, so you are also being guided here to just ensure that you're letting go of any negative energies, any negative thought patterns, beliefs, behaviors, and you're not taking any negative actions here. So it's going to be really important for you to stay, like, on the up and up, stay true to yourself, and really act and walk in integrity here as you're making these choices and decisions. So we also have the Four of Cups here as well. So you really need to be, like, focusing on the things that you feel passionate about. Like, boredom is just coming up all over the place here. So what do you feel passionate about out of these options? Okay, what excites you? What ignites that creativity within you? What makes you say, like, yeah, these are wonderful ideas. I want to focus on these two ideas here, and they're going to be so awesome and great and amazing. Okay, so really, really focus on what you feel passionate about here. So that is what is going to lead to your success and successful outcomes. So we have the World here. Wonderful. So with transformation and change, we do have you, excuse me, closing old chapters and letting go of what's not serving you, and allowing yourself to open up new chapters where you feel fulfilled and you feel like you are divinely guided. So that is so wonderful. Okay, so let's get a couple oracles here before we close out. So we have insight. Yes, using your knowledge and wisdom. We have that universal chakra showing up here. So you may want to take some time to just meditate on your chakras and ensure that they are balanced and open. And ensure that that third eye is open so that you are able to receive those messages quite easily. All right, so we have you connecting with others as well here. So more of that soul family coming through. So there's definitely some individuals out there that can be of service to you and support you during this time. And I feel like it's more about them kind of guiding you and saying, like, oh, you're looking at different investment options. You may want to talk to this person, or you may want to go to this website, or you may want to check into this company here. So it's going to be things like that where you're going to get those sparks of creativity, as well as you connecting within and receiving ideas and guidance from your higher self, and utilizing your intuition to go in the direction that you feel is best for you and that sounds like most exciting. Okay, so let's see what else here. So it is raining like really hard. All right, so we have your shadow self coming out. So you may want to do some shadow work here. So it is coming up. So you may want to do some journaling or any other practice that you do to help you address some shadow energies. And that's more like those low vibrational type of energies and those limiting beliefs. So it's going to be so important for you to address that and let that go and not let that overpower and overshadow what's going on here and the opportunity and blessings that you do have, being able to decide between so many options and decide on those priorities that make you feel the most passionate. So we have savings and security here, and you paying attention to your finances and focusing on your finances. So this is really about you, and this is the whole reading here. So that's funny that it's coming out here as that confirmation of like, yeah, this is really about like you setting your generational wealth, ingraining that and grounding that in and continuing to build upon it and doing things that are going to help that. So we have Aries with the physical traits here. All right, so let's see if there's anything here that can really assist you. So to me, this is really a call to stay focused on your health and wellness throughout this process, because if you're feeling good and you've exercised, you're eating healthy, you're getting your water, you're staying hydrated, it's going to help you when you're researching and evaluating different options and help you with making your decisions. Okay, Capricorn, so those are the messages I have for you. Let me know how this resonates. Have a wonderful week and take care.